what makes karma? What is the mechanism of karma? In a way, to simplify it, it's when your mind moves. Simple, huh? Usually people make a long paragraph about it. No. Simply, karma is when your mind moves. How? Move. Well, if at one moment you define yourself as a self-inherently existing entity, and if you define the external phenomena as self-inherently existing phenomena, then your mind has to move in order to interact with what it is believed to be outside, right? So I take the cup again and I say, oh, what a nice cup. My mind, not understanding that the cup is non-inherently existing, will move towards it and seize this object as externally existing phenomena, right? And I'll start to say how nice it is or not, how nice is the tea or not. I will develop any kind of attachment upon it or rejection upon it, right? So why all this is taking place? Because at first I believe it exists from its own side. If I understand, at the contrary, spontaneously, you know, my eyes just go on the cup and spontaneously I know this cup does not exist from its own side. It is just of the same nature of my mind. It's an inner silence. You look at it, dot. Looking at it, you acknowledge its existence. Of course, we said, conventionally it exists, right? But why to enter into the complication of how nice, how not nice, how I want another one, how I don't like it, and blah, blah, blah. All this movement of the mind is what creates karma. So we can see that everything comes from ignorance. We do not recognize all phenomena as empty of their own inherent existence. Consequently, we move towards them. We don't understand they are within us already. They are all one nature. No, we separate. On one side there is us, characterized by a name, by physical appearance, by social status, and so on. Me. My body and my mind. Me. And else. Everything else. Yeah? All what I see, you, else. Right? Because I think in this way, the mind moves. I see a beautiful person, the mind moves towards this beautiful person and wants that beautiful person by all means, right? Or the opposite. You see something which corresponds to your understanding of ugliness. Ugh. Spontaneously you think, oh, the outside one. I don't want that, right? But whatever type of emotion will rise on the basis of what you think is outside of yourself will create karma. So you have positive karma and you have negative karma. And you have neutral karma as well. So what would make the difference between a positive karma, negative karma, neutral karma is the motivation which is behind. The type of accompanying mind which goes along your projection on so-called external phenomena, or phenomena that you think are existing from their own side. If the motivation which accompanies your mind is positive, then you will create a positive karma. If it is with the wish to harm or to destroy, neglect, or being jealous, proud, or whatever, then it will be a negative type of karma, negative type of energy. And there are some things sometimes that we see, we just observe them, they enter in our field of perception, so we take them in consideration, but maybe not quickly enough, maybe too quickly, or not paying attention. In such case, we don't like them or dislike them, we don't have any specific intention, we create this way neutral karma. An example is when we drive on the road, for example, there are a lot of trees on the side of the road, so we see the trees. Better to see them so that you can avoid them, by the way. So you better see them, but you do not stop at each tree and say, how nice, or oh, not nice. Yeah? You just drive past by. Yeah? So you see the trees, but you do not do anything with this perception. So the fact of looking at them, perceiving them, but not doing anything, will create a neutral karma. Yeah? As soon as you have seen them, you have mistakenly taken them as self-inherently existing tree, because your mind is in ignorance, right? So this creates karma, but since there is no any motivation with it, it's a neutral one.